that in the guy you're dating right now, you enjoyed the leadership qualities, the initiative qualities when it came to he asked you out, he planned the date, he paid for the date, he moved things forward, he went for the first kiss. You love it when men are leaders in that regard. You only want leadership when it benefits you, right? You don't want the other component of leadership when you have to defer to him in other situations. So you only want a leader when it benefits you. When it doesn't benefit you, all of a sudden it's 50-50, you want equality. In order for you to be with a leader, you need to be a follower, point blank, period.
I think that is a very black and white way of thinking about leadership. I think that there are ways that you can lead that allows a little bit more give and take than how you're thinking. I feel like it's
sure.
I think what you are wanting and what you think is one person is in complete and total leadership and one person is in complete and total submission. If that's what you want and you want a girl who also wants that, then go for it. I personally
sounds like a good deal.
I take more of a yin-yang approach, meaning the man leads in most ways, and then in some ways we have more discussion, and then in some ways I take the leadership.
So equality, like the buffet of equality, you pick and choose what you want. The equality that benefits you, you disregard the equality that doesn't benefit you.
Well, the ways in which I
lead...
It's
like feminism, basically.
The ways in which I lead in the relationship, he benefits from those.
How do you lead in the relationship?
I mean, by having insights and discussions about things instead of just completely submitting.
That's not leading.
Okay, well...
What's the insight? What's the insight?
Well, for instance, if we had a discussion about if he was uncomfortable with something that I'd wear, I don't think it would be something where he says, I'm uncomfortable, and I'm like, sure, no problem. You know what I mean?
You'd have to receive justification.
We'd have a discussion about it, yeah.
And then you'd be like, well, you're a pansy and insecure for feeling this way.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. That's not what I would say.
Okay, fine. I'm not being fair. You would just continuously badger and keep trying to seek the justification. Why would I have to say more than, don't do it, this makes me uncomfortable? I don't even think you need the this makes me uncomfortable. I think the don't do it is sufficient.
Okay. Then Then go ahead and do that.
What would be okay? We'll role play as your boyfriend.
Okay.
So I don't want you to wear that. It makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. What about it makes you uncomfortable?
Too revealing.
Oh, it's too revealing.
Yeah.
And you don't want me to wear something too revealing because
I don't know. Don't like it.
You don't know and you don't like it? Is there a way in which we can get to you being able to articulate how you're feeling? Because your feelings really matter to me, and I want to make sure that you feel comfortable, but what you're giving me isn't enough, and I just want to make sure that that we have good communication. So can you go into a little bit more depth about why that makes you feel uncomfortable?
I just vaguely feel uncomfortable with it.
You vaguely feel uncomfortable?
I don't know how else to precisely articulate this. I know with certainty I feel uncomfortable with it.
Okay.
Don't want you to go out to the party.
Okay, so you don't want to communicate to me why, or you don't know?
I just did. I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
I guess I want you to say why you feel uncomfortable with me going. Is it because you think that I'm dressing for other men?
I just think when it comes to this, it's a boundary that remains a reasonable dating standard for commitment-minded men.
Okay, so the way in which I'm dressing makes you feel like it's inappropriate for our relationship?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you agree to not go to the party? Because I'm uncomfortable?
I think that this is a further discussion about our long-term compatibility.
Okay, so you're essentially preempting the breakup then?
Well, okay. I would say if I'm with someone who doesn't know how to communicate what he's feeling, then we're not compatible.
How did I not communicate? I'm literally communicating. I know we're still role-playing a little bit, but...
I mean, yeah, if that's what you think communication is, I guess I'm looking for a deeper level of self-awareness and self-understanding and communication, which means we're probably not compatible.
This is a standard that I want in a partner. You're going out to this party. Don't want you at the party. Here, I'll add more. So frequently, women will go to this party, even if you have no intention of talking to other men. Men are going to come up to you. There's potentially creepy men at this party. They could try to, put something in your drink.
Yeah.
I'm aware of this. This is a complaint that a lot of women have. I'm doing this to protect the relationship, and as my role as protector in the relationship, I'm trying to protect you too. I don't want something bad to happen at this party.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't want you to go to it.
You don't want me to go to it because you care about me and you don't want to see me get hurt.
I care about you, I care about your safety, and I care about the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Still going to the party?
I mean, if it makes you that...
Are you still going to the party?
If it makes you that uncomfortable because you actually are scared for my safety, like, are there reasons that make this party make you feel more uncomfortable than the party I went to last week or whatever?
Oh, you went to a party last week? Oh, you didn't tell me about that. Later, I'm out.
Oh, he's going in.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, whoever I choose as a partner, if it's not coming from insecurity, it's not because of distrust, it's not because of insecurity, it's genuinely for my protection, then I'm like, oh, I'm open to hearing from you and I'm open to not going because this is a discussion that we're having. But if I sense that it's out of lack of self-awareness, and because of their insecurity, then I'm like, let's tease that out a little bit because I don't think that it's good to have a relationship where the other person feels insecure. If it truly is like, why is that
an insecurity?
If it's an insecurity because I'm going to get male attention and you don't like that, then that's an insecurity. Because I'm like, my man, trust me. Like, I'm all about you. Like, I'm not doing this for you at all. Like, I want you to have trust for me. And if he's like, oh, yeah, like, let me reflect on that. That is because of my insecurity. Then we could have that discussion. But if it's truly about my protection and he's like, listen, I know the kinds of guys who are there. Like, that outfit makes me so... It's all about how you communicate it. If he communicates into a way that's with sincere love and like, protection for me, then I'm like, listen, I don't understand, but you obviously are a man. You know how men think. And, like, we have a secure thing. And, like, you're really... If the guy the guy that I'm dating right now, he's so self-aware. He's so good at communication. He's so trustworthy. Like, he's amazing. So
could I ask you a question?
If he was like... Yeah, in a second. If he was like... Please do not go to that party dressed like that. Like, it is not going to go well for you. And I just feel so uncomfortable. I would be like, I might not fully understand that, but it seems to me like this isn't coming out of insecurity. It's coming from protection from me. Okay, like, I get that.
Before I have her come in, I'll just say what you call insecurity, I call having a standard. I call having a boundary. Go ahead.
So earlier when we got the question about what is your ideal date or whatever, and you said something along the lines of a man who is equally masculine and feminine.
I said balanced feminine and masculine energy.
Okay. Would you describe your current boyfriend as feminine?
I would describe him as masculine, but he has feminine energy as well.
Okay. That's all I wanted to ask.
Yeah, he's very masculine.
Liz, did you have something from earlier?
Yeah, I had... I guess, like, not every situation comes down to trust. It's about a respect aspect. Where you go reflects your man. And if you're going out there and everyone's like, bro, I saw your girl at the club last week. I saw your girl at a party. Like, what the heck is she doing there? Blah, blah. Like, it makes your man look bad. So...
In the Bible, it says, avoid all appearances of evil.
Yeah.
So that's where she's going with that, is that nobody, if somebody sees you out doing that, they don't need to know anything about you. They don't need to know why you went, who you went. If that was a second, third outfit you put on, they're going to form their own opinions.
Well, yeah, I think honestly, I think that it's somewhere in between. I don't think that it's a this or that thing. Like, if my best friend is having her bachelorette and we're all going out, I'm not going to not go because someone might think that I'm doing something with my man. Me personally, I don't like environments like that. I don't want a ton of male attention. I like to dress in a more classy way. Like, that's just my opinion. Like, that's just how I am. So I don't think I would ever have that issue. But I don't think that it's... At the same time, I just think the way in which you approach a conversation matters. And by saying no, and the person saying, okay, fine.
Wait, what's actually wrong with that? What is actually wrong with the guy just saying no?
Well, I personally just don't like people who don't communicate
That is communication.
in a way that
That's literally communication.
Yeah.
This is so serious to me, I don't even need to justify it.
okay, well, I feel like that would be like something that would kind of come up at the beginning. And for me, a one-word
agree with that.
answer that doesn't have like, I guess, a deeper understanding of why. Like, if that's already a thing that's like communicated between the two of you, and it's like, when you say no, I know exactly what that means. Bye. Right?
Wait, does this also, just curious,
fine.
I know this is a little off top, maybe somewhat on, I mean, do we extend the same logic to like consent?
What do you mean?
So like, does a girl need to justify her no? Is that a reach? I don't think that's a chat. Is that a reach? I don't think that's a reach.
Those are very, very different things. If a woman is saying,
It's-
no,
yes,
you
it's
can't have
different.
access to me in this way, then a man should say no. But you're saying, no, don't do, like you're telling the woman about her behavior.
Right, I know
You
it doesn't.
can say no if a woman's like, I want to come on to you, and you're like, no,
Sure.
that's totally
okay,
fine.
yes, it doesn't map on one-to-one, but
Right.
I'm more so trying to probe the logic of you need to be able to communicate.
Sometimes communicating no is completely appropriate. Sometimes communicating no needs more. It needs to be fleshed out. It depends on the situation. When it comes to sexual advances from a man or sexual advances from a woman, no is completely fine.
I agree.
When
I
it
think if
comes
a
to-
woman need only just say no, she need not justify her no in order for the man to stop his pursuit.
Yeah.
A woman should just say no, and that should be enough.
Yeah, and vice versa. If a woman's coming on to a man
Sure,
and the man
yeah.
says no, that's completely enough.
But I mean, like, kind of looking into the logic here.
Well, so you think that the same amount of communication, no matter what the discussion is, should just be a one-word sentence?
I don't think if a
You
woman
can't-
just says no, I think you leave it there. I don't think you push it really.
When it comes to sexual advances, yes.
Sure.
But if you're having a conversation outside of that, like, it's different.
I would be
Different
impressed. I would.
topics require different amounts of explanation. Like if you're talking about
While
what
that's
to wear or
possibly
whatever.
true, I don't think in this specific situation we're talking about, I don't think as the guy, if this is an expectation that you have in a relationship,
If this is the expectation that you have in a relationship is a very important prerequisite for this conversation.
So-
that I would never
well-
agree to personally. That is what you want. Go ahead.
yeah.
Find a woman
and
who wants
to be
that.
clear,
I don't want
I
that.
can't imagine myself having this sort of conversation with a woman ever because one, I don't go to bars, I don't go to clubs, I don't go to parties, don't drink, don't do drugs, not my scene. Similarly, I don't date women who go to bars, clubs, and parties. So I don't think it would even come up to begin with.
I don't think it would come up to. It hasn't, and it won't come up to begin with in my relationship either because I don't go to clubs or parties either.
You don't?
No. I mean, I go to gatherings like festive parties or whatever. I might go to a pool party, but not like parties like that. But I also like if my friend's having a bachelorette party, I would go to that. But
Damn, we
that's
spent
not
like an hour on
that's
that.
not like my scene. Yeah.
I do have to. I'm going to move it on just because we've spent a long time on this. I guess I will. And if anybody wants to add anything, we can. I guess I'll just end it on some advice to the gentleman here. Gentlemen, don't be in a serious relationship with a woman who doesn't realize the importance of limiting her own behavior to protect the relationship. If you respect your partner, you don't engage in activities designed for single people. That's my view. You're welcome to disagree.
I don't disagree with that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't disagree with that statement at all. And I live it in my behavior.
Oh, fuck. Didn't mean to press that off.
Word.
Okay. Part of the confusion here is, like, you have this viral TikTok and you've said other things on the show, which leads me to believe that you do want a more traditional man. More masculine man. You want a guy to pay for dates. You want a guy to take initiative. You want a guy to lead. But this would be like a great example of a leadership moment where the guy is exercising some degree of leadership and authority in the relationship. But you're like, in this instance where it conceivably comes to your detriment in some way because he is exerting some degree of control, you like
Killer of Cereal donated
shut it down.
$200. You let me take the lead on everything else except for when it comes to you being promiscuous and revealing with your body around random guys at a singles party. She belongs to the streets. Or Florida.
Okay. Yo, Kill of Cereal, appreciate it, man. Do you have a... Wait, off. Did you mean that? Okay, Kill of Cereal. Do you have a response to Kill of Cereal?
I mean, I think the assumption is that I am being promiscuous and revealing with my body at parties, which, in my opinion, and in the opinion of the person I'm dating, I am not.
Okay. Cool.
That's my response.
Cool. Really quick before we get into more of the chats, Nick, can you pull up Twitch? Guys, go to twitch.tv/whatever, drop us a follow and a Prime sub, and then we'll do Discord after this. Guys, twitch.tv/whatever, drop us a follow and a Prime sub. Guys, Duran, thank you for the 10 gifted. Lazy Toaster, thank you for the Prime. Guys, it's been 6 minutes since we last got a Prime sub. I think it's bugged. Help. By the way, guys, just to be clear, because I think some people, maybe my delivery is a little